The first holiday season after divorce hits differently than you expect. You thought you were prepared. You knew it would be hard. You knew seeing couples and families everywhere would sting. You knew the empty chair at the table would hurt. But you didn't know it would feel like this. Like grief and loneliness and failure all wrapped up in twinkling lights and cheerful music. Like everyone else is celebrating while you're just trying to breathe through each day. Maybe this is your first Thanksgiving setting a table for one. Maybe it's your first Christmas morning without your kids because it's his year. Maybe it's New Year's Eve with no one to kiss at midnight and the crushing weight of starting another year alone. The holidays magnify everything. The loss feels bigger. The loneliness feels heavier. The future feels more uncertain. If you're dreading the holidays this year, if you're already counting down the days until January when everything goes back to normal, you're not alone. Thousands of women are facing their first holiday season post-divorce right now, and we're all scared. But here's what women on the other side want you to know. You will survive this, and with the right strategies, you might even find moments of unexpected peace, maybe even joy. Today, we're talking about how to get through your first holiday season after divorce, the practical stuff, the emotional stuff, and how to create new traditions that honor where you are right now. Let's do this together. Why holidays are so hard. Before we talk about survival strategies, let's acknowledge why holidays after divorce are uniquely painful. Holidays are built on tradition, and all your traditions involve him. The way you decorated the tree together, the family you visited, the meals you cooked, the stockings you hung. Every tradition is a reminder of what's gone. Holidays are family-focused. Every commercial, every song, every movie shows happy families together. When your family has been fractured, that imagery feels like a knife. You're bombarded with images of what you've lost. Holidays come with expectations. Society tells you that you should be grateful, joyful, surrounded by loved ones. When you're divorced and grieving, meeting those expectations feels impossible. The pressure to be happy makes the sadness worse. You might not have your kids. This is the cruelest part for many mothers. Custody schedules mean some holidays you're without your kids. The house is too quiet. Their absence is unbearable. You're supposed to be grateful and festive while your heart is breaking. Everyone asks questions. Well-meaning relatives want to know how you're doing, what happened, if you're dating yet. Every gathering becomes an interrogation. The pity in their eyes is almost worse than the questions. You're grieving while everyone celebrates. The disconnect is jarring. The world is full of joy and light while you're in darkness. It feels isolating, like you're the only one suffering while everyone else is happy. So first, validate this. Holidays after divorce are brutal, especially the first ones. You're not being dramatic. You're not weak. This is genuinely one of the hardest parts of divorce. And it's okay to not be okay during the holidays. Amanda's story, Thanksgiving alone. Amanda's first Thanksgiving after divorce was the loneliest day of her life. Her kids were with their dad. It was his year per their custody agreement. She'd encouraged them to go, told them she'd be fine, that she wanted them to have a good holiday. She smiled and waved as they drove away. Then she went inside her empty house and fell apart. She thought about going to her sister's house. They'd invited her. But the thought of being the divorced one at a table full of happy couples felt unbearable. She couldn't sit through a meal pretending to be grateful when all she felt was grief. So she stayed home, alone, on Thanksgiving. She ordered Chinese food. She watched Netflix. She cried on and off all day. She looked at photos of her kids, knowing they were making memories without her. She felt like the biggest failure in the world. By evening, she was in a dark place. She called her therapist's emergency line. Her therapist talked her through it, reminded her this was just one day, that it would pass, that next year would be different. Amanda survived that Thanksgiving. Barely. But here's what she learned. She approached it all wrong. She isolated herself. She didn't ask for help. She tried to white-knuckle her way through the hardest day, and it nearly broke her. The next year, she did it differently. She volunteered at a homeless shelter on Thanksgiving morning. Being around people who had lost more than she had gave her perspective. Serving others took her out of her own grief. She accepted her sister's invitation for dinner. Yes, it was hard seeing the couples, but it was harder being alone. And her nieces and nephews filled some of the void her own kids left. She started a new tradition. She called her kids in the morning and evening on FaceTime. She sent them a video message telling them what she was grateful for, including them. It kept her connected even when they were apart. And she gave herself permission to leave when she needed to. She didn't stay at her sister's house until midnight. She went home when her emotional battery was empty, and that was okay. Amanda told us, "That first Thanksgiving taught me what doesn't work: isolation and pretending I'm fine. Every holiday since, I've done the opposite: connection and honesty. It's still hard, but it's survivable." Practical survival strategies. Let's talk about what actually works to get through the holidays. Strategy 1, plan ahead. Don't wing it. The holidays will ambush you if you're not prepared. Know your custody schedule. Know which holidays you'll have your kids and which you won't. Plan for the hard days specifically. If you're going to be alone, decide now what you're doing: accepting an invitation, volunteering, traveling. Don't leave it to the last minute when you're already emotional. If you're going to gatherings, plan your exit strategy. Know how long you'll stay. Give yourself permission to leave when it gets too hard. Strategy 2, create new traditions. You can't go back to the old traditions. They're too painful. So create new ones. Maybe Christmas morning is now pajamas and hot chocolate while watching your favorite movie. Maybe Thanksgiving is volunteering. Maybe New Year's Eve is a solo retreat where you journal about the year and set intentions. These new traditions won't feel right immediately. They'll feel wrong and sad at first. But over time, they become yours, and that's powerful. Strategy 3, don't isolate. This is crucial. Isolation makes everything worse. Accept invitations even when you don't want to. Surround yourself with people who love you. Yes, it's hard being around happy families, but it's harder being alone with your grief. If you don't have family nearby, find community. Join a Friendsgiving for other singles. Go to a support group holiday gathering. Reach out to friends who are also alone. Strategy 4, volunteer. This came up over and over. Women said volunteering saved them. Serve at a soup kitchen. Deliver meals. Wrap gifts for underprivileged kids. Visit lonely seniors. Take your mind off your own pain by helping others with theirs. It gives you purpose. It gives you perspective. It reminds you that you have something to give even when you feel empty. Strategy 5, set boundaries. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't have to attend every gathering. You don't have to answer invasive questions. It's okay to say, "I'm not up for that this year." It's okay to skip events that will be too painful. It's okay to protect your emotional well-being. And it's okay to tell people, "I'm not ready to talk about the divorce. Can we please focus on something else?" Strategy 6, stay connected to your kids. If they're with your ex, don't disappear. Call them, FaceTime them, send videos. Let them know you're thinking of them even when you're apart. But also respect their time with their dad. Don't guilt them, don't badmouth him, don't make them feel torn. Let them enjoy the holiday while knowing you love them. Strategy 7, lower your expectations. The first holidays after divorce will not be good. They will be hard. Accept that now. You're not going to feel grateful on Thanksgiving. You're not going to feel joyful on Christmas. You're not going to feel celebratory on New Year's. And that's okay. The goal isn't happiness. The goal is survival. Just get through them. That's enough. Strategy 8, take care of yourself. Eat, sleep, move your body. Don't self-medicate with alcohol. Don't isolate. Reach out when you're struggling. Book therapy appointments before and after the holidays. Give yourself extra support during this hard time. And be gentle with yourself. You're navigating something incredibly difficult. You don't have to do it perfectly. Sarah's story, first Christmas without her kids, nearly destroyed her. They were with their dad on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning per the custody agreement. She'd have them Christmas afternoon, but she wouldn't be there when they woke up. She wouldn't see their faces opening presents. She'd miss the magic. The grief was unbearable. She couldn't sleep on Christmas Eve. She kept thinking about them in their dad's house, probably already asleep, excited for Santa. She wasn't there. She wasn't part of it. At 2 in the morning, she got in her car and drove. She didn't know where she was going. She just needed to move. She ended up at a 24-hour diner, sitting alone in a booth, crying into terrible coffee. The waitress, an older woman, probably in her 60s, sat down across from her. "Honey, you look like you're having the worst night. You want to talk about it?" Sarah told her everything. The divorce, the custody schedule, the unbearable pain of not being with her babies on Christmas morning. The waitress listened. Then she said, "I'm going to tell you something that saved me. You're not missing Christmas with your kids. You're having Christmas apart from them this year. But you'll have Christmas afternoon. And next year, you'll have Christmas morning. And the year after that, you'll have Christmas Eve. You're sharing them, not losing them." Then she said, "And those kids, they're learning something valuable. They're learning that life doesn't always look like we expect. They're learning resilience. They're learning that love doesn't require proximity. You're giving them that gift, even when it hurts you." Sarah said those words from a stranger in a diner at 2 in the morning saved her Christmas. She went home, she slept a few hours. On Christmas morning, she FaceTimed her kids while they opened presents. They were excited to show her everything. They told her they missed her and loved her. Then she let them go enjoy their morning. She spent the morning at a yoga class for people who had nowhere else to be. She connected with other lonely souls. She felt less alone. When her kids arrived that afternoon, she was present. She didn't cry. She didn't guilt them. She celebrated with them. They baked cookies together, watched movies, opened her gifts to them. They made new memories. It wasn't the Christmas she wanted, but it was the Christmas they had. And she survived it. Sarah told us, "Every year gets a little easier. I've learned to treasure the time I have instead of mourning the time I don't. I've learned that my kids are okay even when we're apart. And I've learned that I'm stronger than I thought." She said that first Christmas taught her that the holidays aren't about the perfect tradition or the perfect timing. They're about love, and love exists whether you're together or apart. Let's talk about the awkwardness of family gatherings when you're newly divorced. Everyone will have questions. Prepare your answers ahead of time. Have a short, polite response ready. "We're both doing our best to co-parent well. I appreciate your concern." Then change the subject. Some people will take sides. His family might exclude you. Your family might trash him. Try to stay neutral, especially in front of your kids. Don't engage in the drama. Seeing him with someone new will hurt. If your ex brings a new partner to family events, it's going to sting. Give yourself permission to skip that event or leave early. Protect yourself. Your kids might struggle too. They're navigating their own grief and confusion. Be patient. Let them have their feelings. Don't make them choose sides or report on what happened at the other parent's house. You might feel like a failure. Surrounded by intact families, you might feel like you're the one who couldn't make it work. Remember, divorce doesn't mean failure. Sometimes it means courage. Set boundaries with toxic relatives. If someone is being cruel or invasive, you don't have to engage. You can leave. You can limit contact. Your mental health matters more than family obligation. Creating meaning. Here's what women on the other side of this want you to know. The first holidays are survival mode, but eventually you get to create something beautiful. Lisa started a tradition of spending Christmas morning volunteering at a children's hospital in years when her kids were with her dad. She brings gifts and reads stories. It fills her heart when it would otherwise be empty. Rachel hosts Orphan Thanksgiving for friends who don't have family nearby or who are also divorced. It's become the most meaningful meal of her year, chosen family gathering around her table. Maria travels during the holidays. She goes somewhere warm and beautiful and completely different. She doesn't try to recreate traditional holidays. She creates entirely new experiences. Keisha started a Christmas Eve tradition with her kids of driving around looking at lights, then coming home for hot chocolate and one gift each. It's simple, but it's theirs, something they only do together, never with their dad. These women aren't pretending the divorce didn't happen. They're not trying to recreate what was. They're building something new from where they are. And that's where healing lives, not in going back, but in moving forward, not in preserving old traditions, but in creating new ones. Your holidays won't look the same. They'll look different. And different can eventually become beautiful. For those in the thick of it, if you're reading this in November or December, already dreading what's coming, here's what I want you to know. You will survive this. Women before you have survived first holidays that felt unsurvivable, and they made it through. You will too. It will hurt. It will be hard. There will be moments when you want to fast forward to January. That's normal. That's okay. But there will also be moments of unexpected grace, a kind word from a stranger, a laugh with your kids, a beautiful sunset, a moment of peace. Hold on to those moments. They're proof that joy can coexist with grief. This is not your forever. This is your first, and firsts are always the hardest. Next year will be easier. The year after that, easier still. You're not failing if you're not happy during the holidays. You're surviving. And sometimes survival is the only goal that matters. Reach out when you need help. Call friends. Text your support system. Go to therapy. Don't try to tough it out alone. And remember, January is coming. The holidays will end. You will get through this.
Here's what I want to ask you today. If you've been through your first holiday season after divorce, what helped you survive? Share one new tradition you started. What advice would you give to someone facing their first? And if you're about to face your first, tell us what you're most afraid of. This community is here to support you. You don't have to do this alone. Because here's the truth. The first holidays after divorce are a rite of passage. They're brutal. They're necessary. They teach you that you can survive hard things, that you can create new meaning from broken pieces, that you can be alone without being lonely. You're going to make it through this. Not perfectly, not joyfully, but you're going to make it. And when you do, you'll be stronger, more resilient, more sure of yourself. You'll know that you can handle the hard days, and that knowledge will carry you through everything else. In our next video, we're going to talk about something we've been building toward, rebuilding your identity after divorce. Who are you when you're not his wife anymore? How do you rediscover yourself? How do you become whole again? It's time for that conversation. Until then, take it one day at a time. One moment at a time, if that's all you can manage. You're doing better than you think. The holidays will pass. You will remain. And you are stronger than you know. We've got you. Now go plan something, anything, for those hard days ahead. Don't leave yourself vulnerable to the ambush. Prepare, protect yourself, and survive. You can do this, and we'll be here on the other side.